Whoa. Hi guys, Zippy. Today was a productive, counterproductive day for me. Now, I have no idea what I was doing. I must have been doing some hallucinogenics because I took the whole day off to go do a doctor appointment, but I scheduled one for 8 o'clock and the other one for 2 o'clock. And they were both in the same area and too far away for me to come home and then go back. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to. It would be an hour back, an hour out again. It was just seemed silly. So I knocked around for the time in between. I went and saw the heart doctor this morning because when I went to see my primary care physician, they hooked me up to an EKG, which I guess is standard practice for them. And come to find out, my heart's skipping beats. So when I went to the heart doctor, they hooked me up to an EKG, and in 5 minutes my heart skipped beats 4 times. So I don't know what that means. They don't either. They're going to just kind of check it out and do an ultrasound on my heart and see what's going on. I'm not worried about it too much because I think it's been doing this forever. Because I remember when I was in my early 20s, my heart skipped beats like that. In fact, my mom, it scared me so bad I made my mother sleep with me all night long with her hand on my chest. Because if I died, I wanted somebody to know about it, you know. I'm guessing it's something that I've just had all along, and it doesn't hurt. It's just, my heart goes bum 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 bum, you know, like that. So I don't know. We'll find out. So I'll let you know. And then in the afternoon, I went to see my gastrologist. He's the poo-poo doctor. He deals with all the digestive stuff. And because I thought maybe I had an ulcer, but I didn't think it was really an ulcer because about 2 months ago, my pouch was killing me. I can eat spicy stuff, drink coffee, nothing was bothering it, and then all of a sudden it bothered me for like 3 days, and I had to keep food in it all the time to keep it from hurting, and coffee kind of hurt it, but spicy stuff didn't, and so, and it would last for 3 days, and it went away for 2 months, and it came back, and it lasted for 3 days again. So, that's why I went to the primary to find out what the heck was going on. And they're going to do an ultrasound on that as well, and the gastrologist thinks maybe it's a gallbladder problem. So I don't know. We'll see about that one. And he says, now I'm really always very surprised when I talk to doctors, and especially the poo-poo doctor, because the poo-poo doctor really should know better. I'm sure he has a lot of gastric bypass patients. And he says, I said I had gastric bypass. He said, really? Which one? And I'm like, okay. I had the Roux-en-Y. Oh, okay. You know. And so he says, well, how have your poo-poos been? Well, he said, how have your bowel movements been? And I said, my poo-poos have been, he says, gastric bypass patients tend to have diarrhea. And I'm like, dude, where have you been? I tried very gently to tell him that no, we don't have diarrhea. In fact, quite the opposite is true. I don't know if this is true for everybody, but on obesityhelp.com, everybody's talking about how do you make yourself poop. And so, yeah, tried very gently to tell him that he was dead wrong. You know, I go about every other day. Now, I used to be a 3 poo-poos a day kind of gal, you know, and now I go about once every other day. And if I go into the 3rd day, I'm starting to hurt, and so we make things move at that point, you know. And I said to him, hey, what's normal? I said, no, there's not really a normal here, but what's normal? He says, if you go into the 3rd day and if you start hurting, he said, really, when you start hurting, he says, if you go into the 3rd day and you're hurting, he says, time to take something to move it on, you know? So, yeah. What the heck's up with this, guys? You know, come on. The poo-poo doctor should know. You know, he should know a little bit more about bariatric patients. But, whatever. And again, the nurse is like, oh, you're not taking any of these medications? And no, I'm a gastric bypass patient. What? You're a what? I'm like, oh, Jesus, please, God, save me from these people, you know. My kingdom for someone who knows what gastric bypass and the bariatric patients are going through, you know. Please, just understand my plumbing. I don't want to have to educate you. So anyway, he's not going to do the pooper scooper test, so no camera up my butt, but he is going to go down to see if I have an ulcer. And he's going to do an ultrasound to see if my gallbladder's working, so we'll see. Anyway, so in between those two doctor's appointments, I went and saw my neurologist. Not the surgeon, the guy who recommended me that I go to the surgeon, Dr. Hartley, whom I dearly love. Love him. So, anyway, and I walked into his office, and he hugged on me, so, how you doing? I'm great, you know. And then I went over to Panera. Now, I'm going to tell you something about Panera. I don't go there very often because they're a little pricey. But, oh my goodness, did I have the best salad ever. It was the Fuji apple salad. I thought it was going to have apple chunks in it. No. It had apple chips in it. You know those chips that you buy in a bag that are sinfully delicious? Well, yes, ma'am, they were. And it's supposed to have, it had cheese on it, like some crumbly white cheese. I don't even know what it was. Almost like feta, but not that taste, you know. And it had a spring lettuce in it, tomatoes, had applewood bacon in it. It had little onion rings in it. What else did it have? Pecans. Oh my gosh. Little slices of chicken. Not chicken chunks. No. Slices that had been cooked in some kind of a rosemary kind of thing. And then it had a balsamic, no, it had a vinaigrette on it. It wasn't a balsamic vinaigrette. They said it was an apple vinaigrette. Was it ever delicious? And a big old chunk of bread. Oh, I love big old chunks of bread. And so, you know what's really funny is this place was packed, and the table that I sat at a table, and the table was facing these two business guys. I swear nobody's doing work in their office anymore. They're all hitting the Wi-Fi at Panera. You know, I mean, go get a job, you know. I mean, they look like they're working, but they're sitting in Panera eating soup and salad and sandwiches and on their Wi-Fi, you know, in their little polo shirts, you know. And you're thinking, okay, I want this kind of job, you know.